Hello guys, welcome back to Pictorial Innovations, and if you are new here, a warm welcome to you as well. I promised to always do a new multiplier design at the end of every month, right? Yes, and here is, should I say, simple and minimal like I used to say? Probably because I love my designs, minimal and simple. But to be sincere, I'm not sure this is minimal and simple. Yes, but if you want something minimal and simple, I think you might want to try one of these. However, I would say I promised to always do a new multiplier design at the end of every month, and here is another one for December. You can learn how to create this yourself and or download the PLP file to edit to your taste or your client's taste. As you all know, all the resources I used in this video will be linked in the description, and most importantly, I have a short premium Christmas resources pack for you all. That's one of my gifts for my YouTube family. Thank you for the likes, comments and shares. Also, there's another package I want to give to those who bought 1000 PNG model package. Just watch out for that. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification to be notified whenever I upload new videos. Without any further ado, please let's get started. Yes, so as usual, the first thing we need to do is to create a blank canvas, because here is PixelLab. We don't have templates here. So let's just create a new canvas. So just have to scroll down if you are using PixelLab for the first time. So you just have to scroll down and follow us. So scroll down, then choose this blank canvas so that I can paint whatever it is you want to paint on this blank canvas. Yeah, so the next thing I want to do is to change the size. I usually do this before I start work. So you go to this fourth guy here, click, then go to image size. So click on image size, then you change it to 3840 by 3840. You want to know why I use this? You can watch the video that is showing at the top right corner of your screen, so you get to see the reason why I'm using this size and the reason why I'm advising you to use this size as well. So you can watch that video. So let's continue. Just click OK once you are done. So the next thing we want to do, yes, is to start the work proper. Yeah, so just click on this third guy here, then go to import. What do we want to import? Like I said, all the resources are linked in the description. So the first thing we want to import is the background. So that's number thing. We cannot just place all the images then so it's a bit stressful. So let's just bring the background. Everything is linked, like I said. So go to import and import the background. Here is our background. I know those of you that watched my previous video, you would be like, oh, I think I've seen this background before somewhere. Yes, it's from my previous video. I want to use it again. I think I like the sky, the kind of vibe that the sky is giving me. I love it. So that is why I want to use this background again. So you can just crop it from here, like we usually do. You can pick any anchor points and crop it, or you can click on this template and crop. I think I'll go with this template. Okay, so I'll just click on this one by one, because I'm actually using one by one canvas. So I'll click on this and I'll click OK. So the next thing I want to do is to drag it to make it full. So you can do this by dragging this. Don't drag this and don't drag this, because if you are dragging any of this, you are distorting the image. So if you want to grab any image at all, you have to grab here so that it scales proportionally. So then once you have mistakenly distorted your image, you can go back to how you imported it by clicking on this guy. This guy is redo. So undo. So we don't have a redo button in PixelLab. We hope they update it, the nice feature. But for now, at least they dash us undo. So let's just use the undo and hope for redo in the future. So we have undo, yeah. So let's just move it. So you can scale from here, or you go to relative size here, click on it, then you increase it to 100. By the time you increase it to 100, it fits in. Yes, perfect. So the next thing we want to do is to just click OK. We cannot use this background like this. I think it's so harsh somehow. So we just need to tweak it. Let's be creative. Shit. Yeah, let's go. So let's just click on these color filters. Make sure you are still clicking. As a matter of fact, you still be clicking on the image, because if you are not clicked on the image, you'll not be able to see this guy. And you must make sure you are on this third tab, because this is where you manage any object and this is where you manage text. If it's not text, don't come here, but if it's object, come here. So go to color filters. Now let's just play with the brightness. Let's play with it. Let's have something like this. 41 is cool, and let's give it a bit contrast, not too much. 17, yes. The reason why I'm giving this brightness is because I only need the sky, because all these other ones are still going to block them. So don't worry if it's too exposed, like overexposed, just leave it that way. So click OK. So we are done with the background shape. So let's just go to where you manage your layer. This is where you manage your layer. If you don't know, click on this guy, then you lock it so that you'll be able to click and pick something else, or you don't mistakenly move from where you placed your object. So that's our number one move. So another thing we want to import is to import our bridge. Yeah, I said bridge is an element. So let's go to the import and import the sketch, the bridge sketch, just to give it a different feel. So import it. So we have 3 bridges here. Or let me say 3 sketches rather. So, but I want to go with this. I don't want to waste our time. So I just want to go with this third one. So if you feel like going with this or this, yeah, cool. So I want to go with this third one. So I'll just crop like this and click OK. So the next thing I want to do is to scale it up. I want to scale it up like this so that I can have something like this here. Yes, I think I love it here this way. So the next thing I want to create is to create a rectangle here for our footer. So how do you create it? Go to shapes. So automatically by the time you click on shape, you have the rectangle here. So you can click OK, and you can change the color from here. Click on the color, click on this plus sign, then you can choose any color you like. So I want to input color code. There's a way you can input color code if you have experimented with a color before and you don't want to play with the spectrum again. So you can just come to this pen tool, click on it, click on this guy, edit the color code. So I want to use 434343. Then you click on this check mark first, because if you click on this, it won't apply. So apply it first, then click on this guy, then you have the shape like this. So I want to place it here like this. So I have it here like this. Let me drop it here. Let me raise this one up a bit so that this guy doesn't cover the glory of the bridge shape. So let's bring it here. So we have something like this. So the next thing we want to do is to probably lock them in place so that we don't mistakenly click on them and move them away. So go to where you manage your layer, just like the first step. Click on this and click on this. Then when you click on it, you won't be able to move them until you go back there and unlock them. Sure you get. So the next thing we want to do is to import our models. Yes, let's import our models so that we just know what we are setting. We are not just placing things and later we'll start moving around. So let's just bring them. So go to import and import your first. This is our first model with loads of gifts. Yes. Now I believe you all know how to increase brightness with color filter, the contrast, the hue and everything, just to make sure it blends with your background. I don't want to waste our time. That's why I'm not working on the image right now from the color filter. If you want to know how to tweak your image, you can watch one of my previous videos where I tweak the pictures or the images. So this one is already worked on. So I just place it here, and everything is linked in the description if you still want to use this type of image, or if you want to check my folder that I've gifted you guys. If you want to check for another model there, they are there. You can just pick any of them and use them. So let's just use this guy. I need to increase it a bit, or I can go to relative position to here and either increase or decrease this guy. So I want to bring this guy here. I want to bring him here like this. So, but this guy is on top of our rectangle. How do we bring him back? Because we want him behind, not at the top. So go to where you manage your layer. Then you see this dot. Click on it. By the time you click on it, you notice that the layer is somehow shrinked and different from the others. Now you have selected it. Now you can just make sure you are still clicking and holding, then you drag it down below the rectangle here, then you drop it. You have something like this. Why are you seeing the bridge? Is because you are supposed to drop on top of the bridge, not behind the bridge. So now that we have it on top of the bridge, now the bridge is behind, and we have our guy here like this. So the next image we want to bring, before we know how we place our image, is to bring the image of the second model. So go to import and import the image of the second model. So here is our second model. So we have her like this. Can go to relative position and maybe decrease like this, and bring her here. So we'll go to where you manage your layer, bring it behind the guy here. Now let's work on the scaling. So bring this guy, let's scale it up a bit like this. So, and this guy too, let me bring it here. The reason why I'm bringing it here, because the anchor point is already hidden. So it's hidden and you cannot see it unless you bring it out, then you scale it. No, not this guy. Stay here, I beg. So this guy, the reason why this guy is still clicking is probably because it's on top of the image. So just click on it, go to where you manage your layer, and lock this guy in place for now, so that you'll be able to click on this lady. So bring the lady here. No, this is where the image stopped. I don't want where the image stopped to show, so I want to cover it like this. I want it to be here like this. So I can now unlock this guy and move him a bit. Yes, I think it's perfect this way. So you can now lock both of them in place like this. So we have our images. So the next thing we want to do is one element that I placed here. If you notice, it's this element. Yeah. So you want to create something like that. So how did I create it? It's not shape, it's just text. Now let me show you how I created it. So go to text. Yes, text here. It will give you something like this. Double tap on it. Then write DEC, which is December, right? No, just DEC. Now you can scale it all the way up like this. Now go to font, my font, then select this Santa Claus font. Select it and you have something like this. So the next thing you want to do is go to spacing. Go to spacing, then decrease it like this. Make sure they are touching each other like this. Now what we want to do now is to increase the the padding rather. The reason why we are increasing the padding is that if you notice this part, PixelLab has cut off this part and this part, which is not giving us the full beauty of the font. So you have to go to padding and increase the padding, left padding and the right padding, so that you see the full beauty of whatever font or cursive font or decorative font you are using. So now let's increase this guy. So we want to place it here. Yes, I think I love it like this. but I want it behind the models. So how do we do that? Same process, just click on it, go to where you manage your layer, then you bring it back like this. So you have it behind the model. So I want to click on it. No, I want to increase it a bit more. So I'll have something like, because I want it to sit on this rectangle. So I think I love it this way. Now it's better. So I want to go back and lock it in place like this. So I want to unlock this guy. Okay, I've not locked it. So I want to bring him here and increase him a bit like this, so that I can have something like this. Okay, yeah, I think I love it here like this. So I'll lock this guy in place like this. So, which is cool. So the next thing I want to do, I think I want to unlock this December again and reduce the size a bit. Let me reduce it to something like this. 441 is better, because I don't want the stroke that exceeded this image to show. And now I think I love it this way. So it's not showing now, so I like it like this. So good. Now let's lock it in place like this. So we have something like this. Now the next thing we want to create is to create a glow. I want to create a glow here, so that to create a distance between the image and the December that I wrote at the back. So how do we do that? Go to where you create shape, this guy here, shape, go to shape. Automatically it will bring the square shape, but you have to go to this guy, then change it to circle. Now the next thing you want to do is to go to gradient, then click on this plus sign. So you have something like this. Then we have to choose the radial gradient, so that we have something like this. Now this is the first color handle, and this is the second color handle, which is the outer color. So the outer color, which is the second handle, click on this second handle, go to this color picker, then change it to transparent all the way up. We don't want any color there. So but inside, click on this color handle, the first color handle, which is the inside, the color that is inside. Click on it, then go to color picker, then we need it to be white, pure white. Click OK. Then this guy, we need to move it here like this, so that we can have a faded glow. So that is just it. Just click OK. Then you have something like this. You can scale it anyhow you like it, but now we want to bring it behind our models. Now click OK here, then go to where you manage your layer, bring it behind the model, not behind the December. It has gone behind the December. You have to click again, make sure it's on top December but behind the models, and make sure you have locked the December and all of that things, so that you are clicking on only the glow you just created. So click on it, then you can bring it here, increase it a bit like this and place it here. You can even copy, like duplicate. By the time you duplicate, it comes up. You can reduce it like this. You can bring it here. Why am I bringing it here? It's because we have something like a glow, like a sun coming from here. So that's why I want to place something here, so that it blends the image with the background. So something like this, just to eat the face from the left part of the image. So we have something like this here. So the next thing you want to do is to make sure you click, then you lock both of this glue you just created. We still need one more glue, but it is when we finish writing our text, then we can come back, copy it, then you drop it there. Okay, so let's continue. The next thing we want to do is to bring a Christmas feel. Yes, we have something like a Christmas feel here, but it is December. Yes, we need something like Christmas trees, so that when they see it, they know that no, it's Christmas month. You get it? So now let's import the Christmas tree. You see the Christmas tree in the folder. Let's import it and let's just be creative about it, because nobody's gonna know that it's a Christmas tree the way we are going to creatively use it. Now go to import and import. Now here is our Christmas tree. Yes, so click on it. Then before we start using it, we need to make some tricks so that we can blend it somehow. Though it's not as bright as our background. So go to color filter. As you are still clicking, make sure you are still clicking on it, because if you are not clicking on it, you'll not be able to see the color filter. So click on it, then go to color filters. Now let's make the saturation, I think, as you are playing with the slide, make sure you are checking your image. Let's just give the saturation 7 and give the brightness, because we actually need the brightness. You can give the brightness like 39 and the contrast all the way up like this. You can give it like 43. I think 43 is fine. Yes, 43 is fine. We don't need to touch the hue. I think the hue is cool. So we can now click on it. We have something like this. So you can go to relative size, and maybe decrease the size like this. You don't want to use the anchor point. Click OK. Then you can go to rotate. Now this is where we rotate it. So let's rotate it like this. I think this is cool, so that we can have only the edge here. So we want to place it here. We can increase it a bit like this. So we have something like this shape. Cool. Now we want to duplicate it. So let's just copy. We have it like this. Then go back to rotate. Then you can rotate it back like this. I think it's okay like this. So we can bring it here, so that we have something to cover here like this. Is it cool? Let's bring this back a bit. This one to join it. Go back, come, go back, come. Yes, so that I want it to. The reason why I'm shifting, checking. I want to make sure it is not lopsided. I want to make sure it is balanced. So I think something like this is actually cool. Like this. Yes, I think it's cool like this. So you can lock them in place like this. Then the next thing I want to do before I move on with other text is to import my footer. I already taught you how you can export your footer so that you can consistently use it on other flyer designs. So you can check one of my short videos that I uploaded on how to export your footer. So I want to import my footer. So here's my footer. The first thing I want to select is this, the detail. Click OK. So I want to bring them here and I want to change them to white. Let's change them to white like this. The reason why I didn't choose it with the yellow is because by the time I change to white, everything will change, and I don't want everything to change. So click on it, go to relative size, then centralize it. You have it centralized. So you can increase the size if you want to increase the size. You can go to relative position, and increase the size if you want to. Then you bring it here. So then you go back. Now import it again. Then you can now cut the rectangle like this. That's my own footer. Your footer might be in one piece, so you can just import and place it. So here is mine. I want to increase the size so that it can match. So I think, let me check the size that I used for this one. 85. So I think I need to use 85 here too. So and make sure it is centralized. This one too centralized so that it can match each other. So I have my footer like this. I want to move both of them up. How do you move both elements together without having to match them? I don't want to match them because if I match them, I might still need them separate. But in this case, I don't think I need them again. So let me just go here, but I will show you the two processes. So go to where you manage your layer, click on this select two, then select the two, 1, 2. Then you can either merge here and you will not be able to separate them, or you can click on this guy, click on the position, then you can move them together like this, as you can see. So I was able to move them together like this. So I think it's cool like this. So the next thing I want to do is, before I write the text, I'm still having concern about this December. I think it's supposed to, I don't want this, well, you might like it like this, but I want this to somehow come here. So I want to go back to that December, click on it, unlock it, then move it a bit like this. Yes, I think it's better here. So let me just lock it in place again. Now I have something like this. So now we can write our text. So go to where you write your text, click on text, then bring it here. Now here is our text. So just click OK. We have something like this. So let's change the size. Let's change it to 21. 21 is okay. So you can leave the font like this if you want, but I want to change the font actually. So I'll just go to font. I'll go to my font. If you click on this font, these are default font that followed PixelLab when you installed it, and these my fonts are the fonts that you downloaded and installed yourself. If you don't know how to download and install fonts to your PixelLab, you can watch the video through the link that is showing at the top right corner of your video. So now I want to choose this font, Jagale. So I already linked everything in this description. So you can use it also. I want to use Jagale Light, but I'm not using Jagale for everything. From this, I welcome you to, I want to select them. It's just like selecting text on your WhatsApp. You can use these two anchor points, drag it to here, wherever it is you want the text to start from. Then wherever it is you want the text to end, I want it to end at the 2. Now I want to choose a different font for this. So I want to choose Jagale medium for the I welcome you to. So then I will click OK. So you have something like this. So I want to move this like this so that the other one can come down. Then I want to go to line spacing, because the space in between this text is too small. So I want to give it like 4 like this. So 4 is cool. Then I can bring this one back like this. So I have something like this. So I'll move it up a bit like this. So the next thing I want to do is to change the color of the I welcome you to. So how do you change it? Go to color. If you go to color, you don't just select color like this. If you select color like this, everything will be changed. Cancel it, then click on the color. Then the way you selected the text, when you wanted to change the font, when you wanted to assign a different font to a particular text, that's the same way you select the text here again. So go to I welcome you to, then you can choose this red color here and click OK. So we have something like this. So the next thing I want to do is to create something to give it a kind of balance here. So an element. So I want to go to this guy here. I want to create a rectangle shape. It's very small rectangle shape. You can zoom in to see what you are doing. It's because I have a mouse connected to my phone, my mobile phone with OTG device. That's why I'm able to select this tiny thing. But you can click on this magnifier tool. Click on this magnifier tool, then you can zoom in to see what you are doing. Don't click on this number yet, unless you want to. If you click on this number, this is what you have. It goes back to the full view. But when you zoom in and you are still working with the view, click on this magnifier tool again, then you can keep working like this. So let me select this. So like this. So I want to, now let me give it black first so that you can see what I'm doing. So I want to increase the radius, the corner radius here. So if I click OK, you see how corner edge it is. I have something like this. I can actually leave it like this. If you see it, it's actually fine like this, but I want to give it a different feel. That's why I want to change the color. So click on it, go back to edit, then go to gradient. Click on this plus sign to assign color. So you have something like this. So you can move this part here and move this part here depending on how you want your gradients. But this is how I want my gradients. So I want it to be horizontal, not vertical. So now this is the first color and this is the second color. Click on this first color handle, go to color picker, go to this pen tool, then let's edit the font color. FFPD01, check mark, okay. Click on the second color, this and this, FF1203, check mark, this. So we have something like this. Click OK. Then we have something like this here. So let's bring it here. Now what I want to do now is I want to duplicate this shape so that I don't have to recreate. So duplicate, whatever you duplicate, go to the left top corner of your canvas. So you can bring it back like this. Now I want to go to color, enable color, then I want to change it to white like this. Then I want to reduce it like this. So to create a kind of element here like this. So you can then say okay, I'm done. So can you see we have them together like this? So another thing you want to do is you might want to click on it and go to position, reduce the speed, then move it like 1 or 2 moves so that you have something like this. So if you want to decrease it, it won't be easy decreasing the two together. So you can just click on this layer, select the two and match them together like this. So by the time you match them together, you have them in one piece. Then when you zoom in, you can decrease the two at the same time like this. So I think it's perfect this way. So the next thing you want to write is your December. So let's write our December. Go to text, and let's write December. If you are going to use the fonts that I want to use in this design, make sure you write in title case format. The D should be capital letter, the other ones should be small letters. So we have it like this. This font too is cool if you want to use it. It's actually cool. Well, any font is cool with this layout, with this design layout. Any font is actually cool. You just have to maybe click on it, go to spacing, reduce the spacing. I know any font is actually cool, but this is a festive season or month. You have to make it decorative kind of. So I want to go to font, my font, then I want to choose Santa Claus. So Can you see? I have something like this. Let me go to spacing. Am I right with the spacing? So let me just give it 4. I think 4 is cool. Now go to size and let's change it to something like this. If it's not too big, so something like this is actually cool. It's very cool. If it's not too big, if it's too big for you, you can just reduce it like this. Then you have something like this. And like I said, if you want to change the font, you can go back, choose any font of your choice. You can choose this, it's actually good, but I want to use this. So we have it like this. So now let's just change the color. Go to color, gradient. So far you already designed a gradient color for this button you created here. You can easily from color go to gradient and you see the template here. The sample, the preset. Just click on it and you're good to go. So we have the December like this. So you can move it here to have this kind of alignment, or you can move it here to have this kind of alignment, but I think I'm choosing this kind of alignment. So the next thing you want to do is to bring in the red banner. Let's bring the red banner that I dropped in the folder. So I have the red banner here. Let me crop it like this. Okay, now I want to rotate it like this. Compress it like this. We need it to be very small. So we have something like this. So we want to go to shadow. Let's go to shadow, drop shadow. Now let's decrease the blur radius and let's toggle with this offset. This offset as well. Then let's go to this plus sign. Let's decrease the transparency. You can give it like 98. You can see it as I'm moving, this is moving. So you can give it like 98 and click OK. So you can move the offset again to see what you are doing. So I think we have something like this. So you can click on it again and go back to the blur radius. You can reduce the blur radius or not even give it, or give it 1. Anyhow you feel is cool. Just play with it. Play with it. So I think it's okay like this. So the next thing I want to do, I want to cut out this second part. It's actually not cool enough for me like this. I want to cut off this part. So I want to go to shape and bring this shape here. This is where I want to cut it. So let me just drop it here. Now I'll click OK. I want to go to where I manage my layer. Click on this select tool, then select both the rectangle I just created and the red banner I dropped here that I want to cut off. I select the two, then I match them together like this. I already matched them together. You can see they are together like this. So the next thing I want to do is to go to erase color. Click on erase color and enable it. By the time you enable it, it cut off all the other parts. All the other part that has white, it cuts them off. Then I have this thing like this. So I can now lock it in place like this so that I can write whatever it is I want to write on it. So I'll go to text, and I'll bring it here, double tap. So what I want to write is check description for the gift. This is just what I want to write there. You might want to write something else there. You might want to write like Happy New Month, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance and all that kind of thing. But this is what I want to write there. So I want to go to my font and choose Jaggedly Bold. Then I want to go to color plus, and then I want to edit the color code FFFFDC. Okay, then I want to go to size, so I want to choose 11 or 12. I think 11 or 12 is okay. If it's not okay, you can just increase it from here. Just make sure it is visible. So you can just duplicate this, bring it here, write your text. Okay, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance. Yeah, I'm the first person to wish you. Yes, so just click OK. So you have something like this. Then you want to change the color to this color. Then bring this one here like this. Like this is cool. You can leave it like this, or you can change it to, you can go to align and change it to center alignment and drop it here like this. It's actually cool. Or you can go back, then go to font, my font, then choose medium, any which way. So you can click on it now, duplicate it, bring it here, then let's write then let's bring it here like this. Okay, this one you can have it left, you can decrease it. No, just play around with it. We are almost done. So you can choose this color again. You can go to line spacing and bring it back a bit like this. No, just play around. Just play around, drop it there. No. So we are actually done. What we want to do now is that we just want to add some different feel, like some elements just to make it spicy. I mean, just to spice it up. So let's go to import and let's import some gift boxes. So this is our first gift box. So let me copy it like this. Let me decrease it. Let me decrease it and just bring it here. Just to cover this space up. No, let me duplicate it. Rotate it. No. Anywhere you feel it's cool, you can drop it here. Something like this. No, look at it again. Where do you think you can drop gift box? You can go back and import another gift box, another color, like this one. No. You can decrease it. No, bring it here. Go to shadow, enable it. Tweak the offsets. You can go to this guy here and decrease the transparency a bit so that you have something like this. So it's actually cool. Play around. Now let me import. I want to import something here. I think this is the second to the last thing I will import. So I want to import a cloud here. I can actually duplicate. I can go to my layers. If you remember the glow that we created here, I can unlock it, click on it, duplicate it and bring it here. But I want to bring the cloud here because it actually gives it a different feel. But this glow that I created, I just duplicated. I want to bring it here because I told you in the first place that we are still going to bring another glow here so that we can fade in our text a bit like this. Can you see? If I remove it, can you see it's giving it a different feel here? So you can bring back a bit and lock it in place. So you have something like this, right? So if you don't like it, you can go back and delete it, or you can go back and readjust it so that it's not much. So lock it. Now I want to import the cloud. So here's the cloud. Here's the cloud. Can you see it is white? So you can crop it. You have to be careful that you don't crop the part of the cloud. So just click OK and reduce it like this. Reduce it and I just bring it here. Just to give it a different feel here. Right. Now let it climb the December a bit like this. So the next thing I want to import, if you noticed it, I dropped some birds here, some flying birds here. So just go to import and import the birds. So we have the birds here. You might choose not to add it, and you might want to add it. So just decrease it all the way down like this. Just to make the scene a bit realistic. So now just drop them here like this. So cool. What else have we not added? So I want to add the logo and the crown. You notice I added a crown here and one element here. So let me import them. So here's the crown. Click on it, then bring it down a bit like this. So let me add it here. I want to go to color, enable the color, then change the color to white. So then go back to import this abstract line, then you can bring it here like this. Go to opacity, then bring it all the way down like this, and just give it like 5. So then go back and import your logo. So I have my logo here. This is my beautiful logo. Click OK, then you can bring it down a bit like this. So you can drop it here or drop it wherever you drop your stuff, your logo. This is the cloud. I need to lock it in place, and all of these things I need to lock them in place. So I have something like this. Now I think we are done. You can now look at your design very well. Look at the alignment, look at it very well, look at the elements that you've added and everything, the color and everything. Then you can export from PixelLab and take it to Snapseed or take it to any other app or software that you want to use to enhance your image. As for me, it's actually cool and perfect like this. So the only thing I might want to do to my own is these two guys. So let me just go to where I manage my layers, select both of them, match them together. Then I want to increase them. I want to increase both of them like this. Then I want to make sure they are centralized. Then that's the only thing I want to adjust. So I'll make sure I check everything, proofread the text and everything before I export. Then by the time I export, I can take to Snapseed. If you want to know how to use Snapseed to enhance your image, to make it pop, you can watch the video that is showing at the top right corner of your screen. Through that link, you can watch it. You can see I designed the birthday flyer, then I used Snapseed to enhance the image to make it kind of pop. So you can just do whatever it is, but just make sure it is minimal. Don't go overboard. So that's it, guys. If you want to stay updated with the latest smartphone graphic design tips and tricks, I invite you to subscribe to this channel and click on the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video. Keep nurturing your creativity and let's continue this artistic journey together. Until next time, stay creative.